Hey, Spitballs, before we get into the show, we need your help. That's right. It's podcast award time. We took home the best comedy show last year. We need your help to get the job done again. Real quick, head over to podcastawards.com, click nominate my favorite podcasts, go through the whole process, and then submit the Spitballers podcast for best comedy podcast. And make sure when you do that, you click the little button that says you would like to vote, because that means in a couple months, they might pick you to vote for the final shows. Well, and then we have a leg up, taking home that back-to-back podcast award for the best comedy podcast. That's podcastawards.com. Thank you all so much. Thank you for supporting this podcast. Let's have some fun.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Bada lasagna, do good lasagna.
The lasagna don't get any on ya.
Okay, all right.
Shout out to my man Weird Al.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like it.
Woof.
I like it.
I don't like it. Welcome
Not a
in.
lot.
Not a lot. I don't like it. Spitballers podcast back at you, Andy, Mike, and Jason. Episode 108.
Look,
It's gonna be great.
Sometimes you remember in the third bar of the musical intro that you, in fact, are the one who has the opening scat.
The scat master.
And then you dive deep into the recesses of your musical brain, and the Weird Al. So the food album from Weird Al.
Oh, so good.
Oh, this is a great question. This is a great opening conversation.
I'm fat.
The food album from Weird Al was the first compact disc that I ever purchased on my own as a youth. Do you guys remember the first album that you bought your money?
Yes,
I
do.
It wasn't given to you as a present. Your money. You went to the store and you bought it.
It was such a big deal.
What did you buy?
I had plenty of other compact discs, as you call them, from the catalog where you get. I would say most people call them CDs. I would say most.
Right,
and we're getting back into this.
All right.
But no. You know, I had other CDs from like the 1 cent a CD if you sign up for life with this.
Oh,
catalog.
that's a whole nother
Columbia
discussion.
House.
But
Yeah.
the first one that I went into a store and purchased with my own money was Bush 16 Stone.
So you were older.
And yeah, I was a little bit later to the party, but it was, talk about a home run for a first album.
Oh, it's a great album. Andy, do you remember the first album you bought?
No idea. No idea whatsoever. I've been trying to think back. It's funny. I have those memories of albums I did buy. You know, you'd go to the used record stores and things like that. I remember buying a single of a Garbage song.
Happy When It Rains?
It probably, you remember singles? You'd buy single.
So for me, it was...
Yeah, for the kids out there, singles. What is a single?
Well, they buy singles. You can buy a song at a time now. That used to be
true.
like a big deal back in the day. But for me, it was... For Christmas one year, I was given a gift card to a record store, and it was one of those mall record stores where
$29.99
where a CD is $25 freaking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like I came in with my gift card, and then I'm sure I had to pay extra just so I could get the food album, which is legit. That thing is full of certified bangers from front to back.
And on that Weird Al note,
Lasagna, don't get any on ya.
That's right. That's
la,
right.
La 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 lasagna.
At SpitballersPod on Twitter. Check us out at SpitballersPod.com for more amazing content. We have lots on the show today, starting with the review.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
This one comes in from Boom Girl 79.
Oh,
Teenage
a boom
bonding
girl.
time. 5 stars. There are very few things a 16-year-old son and his mom can agree on these days. However,
one is not your username, Boom Girl.
Boom Girl 79. However,
you can't have that username in a 16-year-old.
Sure you can. However, the Spitballers podcast manages to be one of those few agreeable things. The Spitballers have saved our relationship many times.
What?
By offering laughs when we needed a break from stressful driver's ed lessons or arguments about farm chores. They're living on the farm.
Is it farm or fam chores?
It says farm.
It's farm. He's reading it correctly.
We also have many inside Spitwad fan jokes now, which I know drive the rest of the family nuts. I'm happy to hear that. They just don't understand our jabs about your local wizard or making a boot the size of a continent or being allergic to poison. Allergic to poison.
Poison.
Thank you for being there to help mother and son bond during some of the most important shaping years of both of our lives. You guys are the best. Boom Girl 79, you are correct. You are right.
You are correct. And just to tag along,
that's outstanding.
I have had several game nights where we're playing code names with some friends online, and very frequently the word poison comes up, and everyone is quite tickled when every time the word poison is said, I just jump in. Poison. Turns out everyone is allergic to poison.
Andy and I went up to a cabin, and as soon as the word poison comes along, there was
poison.
Like a 30-minute screaming at the top of my lungs with that voice. That's great.
He brought that voice back. We went on a little hike to a some sort of national monument, and there's
be careful when you're out here looking for bison.
There's a little placard out front of the monument, and it's talking about this miner's town from the 1800s.
Built in 1899.
He read the entire thing in that voice for everyone to listen to.
The voice from what is that, Big Thunder Mountain?
Oh my god, that's right. Yeah. All right, let's do some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
All right, poison. Alex from Patreon, would you rather be down 2 and have to kick the game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl?
Ooh.
Okay.
Or be down 1 and have to hit 2 free throws in Game 7 of the NBA Finals? This is a no contest for me. No debate. I'm taking the free throws.
But you got to do it twice. I know you play basketball.
I only have to do it.
You're down
once. I'm down 1. I just have to tie it to not be the GOAT. And that's not the good goat.
Yeah,
that it would be
the bad
goat. If I miss that field goal, I've watched football for the majority of my life. I still remember his name. Scott Norwood, 1990. Missed the field goal in the Super Bowl. Buffalo Bill fans have hated him since then. I shouldn't remember that name, but I do.
Wide right?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember his name because he was a GOAT.
I believe that was Ray Finkel is the name you're thinking of. I will say this to your credit. When you think of I don't know how long ago it was now, several years ago in the NBA Finals, it was the Cavs against the Golden State Warriors, and there was that crazy moment. They were down 2. They were at the free throw line, hits the first, misses the second, and then passes it out, and the guy dribbles like he thought they won the game, and he dribbles the clock out.
That wasn't the final. You're talking about J.R. Smith, and that wasn't I don't think that was the finals.
I don't know how it wouldn't have been the finals when they're East versus West.
That was the LeBron meme of him shouting at someone.
But my point is, you remember not the name of the guy who missed the free throw. You remember somebody else's name.
Yeah, that's fair. So for me, this is a callback to, I didn't play a lot of organized sports when I was a young lad. I did play basketball. It was one, maybe 2 seasons, and the only points that I scored came on free throws. Now I'm older now. I understand the rules of free throws, but I now can look back at when I shot said free throws. I did a full jump shot. I definitely jumped and landed over the line. And
they gave you credit anyway?
Yeah, they let me have both of them.
I want to see you do that in the finals.
But I do remember the other team was very upset with the YMCA referee
Letting it happen.
at the time. The letting it happen. The guy was just like, the ref, like I can now picture myself as the adult ref talking to that kid who's like dominating one team, and then one kid comes in and he shoots a free throw the wrong way, and you're just like, really? Just let him shoot the
that
free
referee
throws.
knew those might be the only points you'd ever score.
Yeah, when a kid shoots like that, you just got to let that roll because good for him.
It's legit. That's the only
Good
points
for
I.
him.
Good
for
job,
him.
buddy. Good
Those are
job.
the
I'm
only
proud of
points
you.
I ever scored in
don't-
my organized
I don't
basketball
doubt that.
career.
When you started by saying I'm older now, I understand the rules of free throw. I was like, wait a minute. At what age do you have to be to understand the rules of a free throw? You stand at this line.
I was in like 5th grade.
And you take a free throw.
I didn't know that I couldn't jump, and I didn't know I couldn't go over the line.
Now here's the reality. I think the
They don't
pressure.
teach you that.
I'm great at basketball. I think everybody knows that. Oh, you play. Oh my goodness, Mike, you get that sound effect out. Andy and I are both great at basketball. I have
Andy's very good at basketball.
Andy is very good at basketball. Andy, what's our record against each other?
Get
it's
out
like
of here.
1,000-0. I've never lost.
That is false.
Is it?
It's 100% false.
Oh, did you beat me once?
No, you didn't continue. Yeah, I've beaten you many times. You're just
What?
referring to when I was a freshman.
When have you beat me more than once?
I have beaten you many times, my friend. We've played
not
many
one-on-one.
one-on-one games where you have been defeated. And I will accept your challenge anytime, any place.
Yes.
I
If
challenge.
the Spitwaz need to watch
This,
that game,
challenge
they
this
you
is
to
can.
it.
good content. Two late
Grown
30s
men.
fellas going 1v1. You
It will
guys
be rough.
gassed when the score is 2-4.
Jason will wait for a very windy day, and then he will challenge me.
Yeah, you're darn right, because I'll back you down. You can't stop this
You will
270 pounds of
definitely
mass.
back me down. And
And
now
I'll-
you're leaning into your mass.
Oh, you're darn right. And then I'll take a little layup, and I don't even care if I miss because I'm just gonna box you out, get the board. I'll shoot 50 times there, pad the stats, get those rebounds.
But do you know the rules of free throws?
I actually do know now that I'm a grown up, I've learned the rules of a free throw. So here's the
All
thing.
right.
I think there's a lot of pressure to make those free throws because they are automatic. Those are you should make those. I don't know how I would do at kicking a field goal. I've never kicked a field goal in my life. So if I had to truly
It's harder
choose
than
one,
you think.
if I had to choose one, I would have to choose free throws here because I just don't know. But what I want to do, like which one is more appealing if I was the same quality?
If you succeeded in both of them, which
If I-
would you rather
exactly,
have succeeded
if I
in? The
succeed
field goal.
at either, I want the field goal. I want
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
All right, Derek from Patreon. Either your eyes or your ears can now save files and upload them to the cloud for easy on-demand recall. Would you rather have your ears be a continuously rolling audio recorder or your eyes be a continually rolling video recorder?
Well, this is easy for me, fellas.
Okay, let's hear it.
You know how you always see those, movies where people just turn the pages of the books. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, they just quickly boom, 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 boom. They just see the page of the books and they can recall it. They can read it.
Okay, yeah.
That quote unquote photographic memory, right?
Sure.
That's the dream is I can recall anything I've ever seen before.
Yes.
That'd be nice.
I would do that in a heartbeat. I mean, without a doubt. The
You're
things-
saying the video one.
yes, the video being
Except
able
for-
to.
Here's
That's
the
not the
problem
same thing
with-
as memorizing it. You
Here's
would
the
still have to
problem,
go to the
Jason.
right page in your mind.
You just now have a video of the book you read that you can now go back and read. It's not the question is not do you just import all the information of everything you see. It's recorded.
So you're telling me that I can't remember when I saw anything that I recorded?
No,
Because
I'm
if that's
telling
the
you,
case-
I'm telling you that you can remember it, but you don't know all the words that are on. You
No,
didn't
but
read
I
all
can-
the words.
But
Let me
if
give
I
you-
remember when I read it, I could pull it up and read it out
Let
loud
me give
right
you a
now.
little tip here. If you want to reference something that you've read before, you can currently turn to that page in a book or open it on your phone and read it again.
But what if I'm out at like a dinner party
What if I don't have any service?
and it's in the woods? What
That's
then,
true.
Andy?
Hold on. I'll be with you in 10 to 15 minutes. I just
gotta
gotta
find
read
this spot in my
chapter."
mind.
I want the endless cloud recording of the audio because
Ooh.
I will win more arguments.
But you can't play it back. You can't play that back to someone. You know what I mean? Like you can
They'd
play
be
it to
aware
yourself
of-
and be like, I know I'm right. And then they're like, I don't know you're right. I
Okay,
can't hear
see
what's
what
in
you're
your
saying.
head.
It's
no,
only
I think I could use that in an argument with my wife. Like, I'm listening to it right now. You did not say that.
Yeah, I think you could, if eventually you could establish in the relationship, I can record with my ears and go back.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
I feel like that would be a really easy thing to prove of like, write down 50 numbers and tell them to me and I will
Ooh.
repeat them. But like, we can establish that I can record
You
with
could
my
take
ears.
advantage of that, though.
Okay, all right.
You remember when you said this? I have it in my brain.
Hold
you can't
on,
see it.
hold on, let me go back.
Okay, so here's the thing.
You
We're-
did
we're-
say I could buy that Xbox. Yes, you did. I remember.
we are talking about things that are practical and useful and recalling something to use to our advantage. But tell me what audio you're going to recall that is as beautiful as me being able to remember firsthand the Grand Canyon or that beautiful sunset or these picturesque landscapes and events and my daughter's wedding and all
That's
these
fair.
things that I can see
All
and
without sound, though,
experience.
right?
Yeah, Jason, how many
That's
do you
fine.
enjoy silent movies?
No, I don't enjoy silent movies. I don't even enjoy black and white movies that have full sound and soundtracks and acting. I don't get that out of my life.
Oh, man.
That's what
yeah.
you'd be watching. You'd be watching silent movies.
Which do you go with, Mike?
Oh man,
I'm curious what the Spitwads out there will pick for this, too.
yeah, it's really interesting, and I feel like there's going to be more practical things if you can remember everything that you see, but knowing myself as a human, and when I have a mistake in my life, and like I just keep replaying that mistake, if I'm going to compound that with seeing everything that
Yeah.
I did during that mistake, like if it's just hearing it, maybe I can let it go.
It would be pretty special
But
for
it's tough.
memories of family members and stuff like that, or like raising your kids. That'd be nice to be able to just, like, I guess you
See it.
to be able to
would you
see it,
rather
'cause
have
I
a-
don't record everything.
A voicemail or a silent video? I'd rather have the silent video.
Yeah, all right. You win, Jason. I'll take the video.
All right, Owl, you need to post this to our Twitter
Yeah.
as a poll because I am curious what Andy said. This one seems really close. I'm curious which side the Spitwads land on.
Cool.
All right.
We'll do it.
One more would you rather for us. Quentin from Patreon says, would you rather be given 1 million pennies that you need to roll yourself
Oh, goodness.
or be given $5,000 worth of $20 bills right now?
Okay. So if you have the 20s, that means you have $5,000 right. That's such a large
So
disparity.
And 1 million pennies is $10,000.
That's $10,000?
Yeah, that's $10,000. So it's double the money, but you got to roll 1 million pennies.
have we
give
done
me
this
a break.
math? Did we verify this math?
I will pay you $5,000 to roll those pennies for me. I mean,
Oh, okay.
or maybe 4,000, and then I
No,
make an extra
You
1,000.
have to roll yourself. That's what it says.
Oh, it did say that.
You
Yeah, that's
have
right.
to roll yourself.
Oh,
no
no
help.
help.
No going
Time
to
is
the
money. Give
Coinstar
me $5,000.
machine.
Give me $5,000 in 20s. That's 1 million pennies. That is not a small task. That is one.
Yes,
It's 20,000 rolls of pennies because there's 50
Yeah.
pennies per roll.
Oh, it's only 50 per roll. I thought it was 100 per roll. Wow.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, this is not like
This is not
Mike.
close.
Mike, when he first heard this, was like, "Well, that's such a large disparity of money," which means he's more on the million penny side. It's
Yes,
worth
I am.
that extra. Dude, if this was 1 million pennies that you need to roll yourself, or a $20 bill laying on the ground, I would really have to stop and consider my options.
Let me ask you guys this. Have you ever bought anything of substance? So like I guess
Yes.
I guess have you ever bought anything with change?
Yeah, not
I'm
since
sure.
I was
I'm sure.
6.
Back when, before I knew the rules of free throws, I used to do that.
So I remember very vividly. I went to I was, I don't know, junior high, where I could walk to a Best Buy, and the game and this, so for some, this will bring it back, but Siphon Filter was the hot release for the PlayStation 1. At the time, it was just called the PlayStation. This is how long ago this was. But all I had was I collected change because I would every week I would hit my parents up for change and my grandparents up for change, and I would just collect it. So I had rolled coins, and I went to Best Buy
With them?
with coin. All I had was
they
coins.
hated you so
Did they
much.
let you? Did they accept the rolled coins?
They accepted the coins, but here's what I had to do. I had to write my name and my address on every single roll of these coins, and there was a lot of them. It's a $50 video game,
And the address?
I had everything. I mean, I had some quarters, but I had nickels. I had dimes. I had a lot of the small things. So I remember being there in line for 15 minutes, writing my name on all of these rolls of coins.
So that way, when they count them later, you're accountable to it, right?
And I'm a young lad, so I'm like, oh man, if I'm short, they're
gonna get me.
They're coming.
I'm going to go to jail.
Throw me in the paddy wagon.
You can get devices to help you roll coins, which I think is appropriate. Not to count them for you and give you money, but to just help you quickly roll coins. That being said, there's no chance on planet Earth
give me the
that I'm hand rolling.
Hold on.
If you can get good enough to do these 1 minute per roll, you would be working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for just shy of 8 weeks for that extra $5,000. But that does come out to about $30 an hour.
That's the math I don't care about because I'm going to take $5,000 for free and I'm going to run and do whatever I want for those 8 weeks.
I was trying to think of what if you were told you could have unlimited money all the time, but
it's pennies.
you always had to roll it. You have unlimited money, but what good does that
you better
do for
write
you?
your name and your address on there.
How long did you say it takes to roll $10,000?
If you're working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it'd be just shy of 8 weeks.
8
That's
weeks.
if you can roll
In
one per
pennies. I mean,
In
if we're
pennies.
just talking pennies.
So
that's a problem.
Yeah, go get yourself this big, beautiful mansion in 50 years.
Yeah, that's not going to
with
happen.
bleeding hands.
You just can't do it.
Your hands, they smell so bad.
They smell like pennies.
They smell
only that.
so bad.
They're dirty.
Yes.
You die of dysentery long before you ever get enough coins rolled to buy that
There's
house.
a lot of dysentery on the pennies in America.
That's the number one spreader of dysentery.
Cause of dysentery is pennies.
Jason's
copper
so
pennies.
smart, he should explain something for us.
Oh no.
Jason explains in 60 seconds.
Oh, are you going to spin the wheel, Al? Oh, there's the wheel. Jason gets to
All
explain
right,
something.
you have 60 seconds to explain hiccups.
Seatbelts
Oh,
on airplanes, apparently.
Hiccups are something that I can explain even though no scientist can. Scientists have been baffled by hiccups. They don't understand why it happens. It happens due to carbonation that goes into the body. Any kind of carbonation, and here's the thing, you're thinking, oh, it's soda water, beer, something that is, no. Anything that has any kind of bubbles, drink that water too fast is going to create, basically, look at the ocean when it goes and it crashes on the ground. That's carbonation in my world. And so what happens is anytime you're throwing stuff into your belly that carbonates the water, it bubbles up into your esophagus, and then all of a sudden you get these hiccups. Now, there's two different type of hiccups. There's the hiccups that are normal, just, and then there's the hiccups that you're going to pull the car over to the side of the road because you are in dastardly pain. You feel like your chest and your esophagus are spreading to bring a watermelon down your mouth, and so here's the only solution. They say scare it out of you. Doesn't work. They say grab some peanut butter. No way.
They say peanut butter?
Yes,
peanut
the
butter
only
for sure.
way to absolutely get rid of hiccups every single time is you have to take a large glass of water and you take the tiniest sips possible, tiniest imaginable, over and over and over and over until you feel like you are about to suffocate from no oxygen. And when you finally gasp for air, your hiccups will be gone.
Wait, you don't drink I thought you were supposed to drink a cup upside down. Isn't that the...
I've done that too, but that's like a 50-50 rate. You're talking 80-20 when you do the other. So that's everything you need to know about hiccups.
Thank you so much.
I've got 2 points. One, my favorite part of these Jason Explains in 60 seconds is he feels the panic to talk as fast as he possibly can.
Got to get it in. So much information in my
he
mind.
He doesn't just talk at a regular rate, which is very, very funny. 2, you talked about the carbonation, but I know for a fact that it's very bizarre, but every time my wife eats a piece of bread, she gets the hiccups almost instantly.
That means that the bread is interacting with the stomach acid to create
Carbonation.
You guessed it. Carbonation.
You guessed it. The ocean's one of the leading carbonators in the world. We learned that.
Right. That's 100% right. Bottled the ocean water, but you got to get it at the crashing waves, otherwise it's not carbonated.
At the crash, yeah. When I was a kid, I watched a TV special where they highlighted the world record for hiccups, which was like somebody had hiccups for 20 years or something. And when
and they're alive?
Yes, and when I heard this, from that day forward, every time I got hiccups, I feared becoming the 20-year hiccuper. Just a funny story.
There was a story where Mike got the hiccups.
Yeah.
We were doing a live show in California for the Spitballers, and we were at our hotel. We're all enjoying dinner outside. This is the night.
Bread.
This is the night.
We were by the ocean.
Yes, we were by the ocean. There's so much carbonation there, and we actually had like a staff contest of who can run, because we were about a half mile from the water, and it was late at night. Who can run and touch the water first?
I was flabbergasted with how bad these hiccups were.
You're I like you guys are just like, oh, it's flabbergasting.
Okay, Mike, you're starting to annoy us now.
I wished for the sweet relief of death. These hiccups were so bad, and so every single one
they were violent, Mike.
They were
violent,
unbelievably painful in my chest and my esophagus. It was.
And it lasted for at least 45 minutes. That's the longest I've ever experienced someone.
That was the worst hiccup bout I've ever had in my life. It was the worst.
I'm super happy we were there to experience it.
That was so special. It's on video. You can find it. All right. Situation room time.
The Situation Room.
All right. We've got a couple of situations that we can most certainly help out with. Turner from Patreon, which, by the way, you can support the show, become an official Spitwad by going to spitballerspod.com. Click that button.
You get basically an extra episode when you do it, because we're always releasing one episode early, so you get early access.
You want to get ahead of the curve.
Yeah. You got to be ahead on. Then you know all the carbonation facts, and that you can share with your friends before they know them.
Yeah, you sound like a genius.
The three of you are tasked with going door to door to sell 3 different items. You have to sell a cat for $200. You have to sell a coffin for $800. You also have to sell an artificial Christmas tree for $300. You have 1 hour. If all 3 of you successfully sell your item, you each receive 10 grand. If one of you fails to sell your item, you all walk away with nothing. Who do you believe would be the best person to sell each item?
So I think what we need to do here is rank the difficulty scale of selling these items.
Is it more difficult per person, though?
Possibly. Like, obviously, you guys might be allergic to cats. That would be
that would be. You got to sell a cat.
You're not going to like this, Jason, but you're selling the cats.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the best strategy, man.
It is 100% the best strategy, because both Andy and I, our eyes would be shut, our cheeks would be bright red.
Oh, no, wait, Mike, we can use that. We can use that in our advantage. If we show up in an asthma attack, we can tell these people will feel
the best cat.
They'll feel like they have to take the cat from us to save us.
Yeah, but they have to give us $200.
Yeah, that part's tough.
If someone showed up to my door having an allergy attack with a cat saying, can I get $200 for this cat? It would be,
I feel like,
depends if you're in anaphylactic shock.
Yeah. Maybe this is from my past sales experience. I'm a great salesman. I feel like I could sell any one of these 3 things, but a cat for $200 has to be the easiest thing on here to sell. Now, I hate cats. I wouldn't buy a cat. If you paid me $200, I wouldn't take a cat in. You go door to door.
It's fair.
You're going to find someone who wants a cat, and I assume cats like dogs cost money. I don't know. I would never look into that. But someone's going to want this cat for $200. I feel like that's the easiest thing here to sell. Selling a coffin for $800, which now that's a good deal on coffin because coffins are.
Is that a good deal?
Coffins get.
He's
I mean, it depends on the coffin.
looked into
I
that,
have no
not the
idea.
cats.
No, I just know that some people talk about like
Door-to-door
the
coffin
exorbitant-
sales. That is fabulous in my mind.
Yeah, that's a job that we all can aspire to. But
Because you've got to hold the coffin for a while. At that, once you buy the coffin, you've got to
feel like
really
I'm bringing
store
a-
the coffin.
I feel like I'm bringing a catalog or some photographs. I'm not gonna have that coffin on my back while I come.
Yeah, that's what I was
door to door.
picturing.
Do you pull up in a hearse?
With the coffin in the back? Like, check this out.
Like as a door-to-door salesman of a coffin.
Yeah, it's
Do you have
credibility.
at least? Do you have 1 to 2 of the product in the back?
Oh man, no, you can't do it in a hearse because then people. You want to show
No,
you
wanna
want to
try
show
it
your
on.
product. They come out and they're afraid of you opening the door to that.
What
casket.
if you have a hearse, but your horn is one of those horns that's like?
I mean, if you got, it's got to be the Ghostbusters hearse. If you're gonna, you know what I mean? If you're gonna drive on up, this is like a
Do
Ghostbusters.
people try coffins
themed-
on? Like, does that happen?
Yeah, do
I
you
don't-
slip in? And
Do
you're like,
people go
"Ooh,
and pre-buy, or is
ooh,
this
this
all
is-
post?
This is.
I'm
this
feeling.
is
I am
comfy.
feeling.
There
this.
has to
What's
be
the
people that
price
do
on
that.
this one?
I
Ooh,
can
let's make
sleep in
this
this for
satin.
eternity. But I do know that funeral expenses
I
are
could decompose in here.
funeral expenses are crazy, and so I have to imagine that there's some coffins that cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah, there
So I'm
are.
going to assume that this is a good price on a coffin, but still, it's the
Mine
hardest.
mine better have Bluetooth.
So yeah, and a forever battery, so that
Yeah.
you,
I
you
look-
can take
look.
advantage of that Bluetooth.
I need jams in there.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you'd
you
be
need
better
to
just putting
Don't
a
leave me
portable
hanging,
portable radio in.
fam.
Artificial Christmas tree for $300. That should be easy if the time is right. So,
Yeah, hard in July.
but easy to
I
store.
don't
Easy
know.
to store in the garage. I mean, you want to
I
get
feel
a
like I
sweet
could
deal.
handle a Christmas tree. Like I have.
all right, so
I have.
Jason, you have
a-
to sell the coffin. It's the hardest item to sell here.
yeah, and I know I could sling a coffin. I'm
Mike-
positive.
Mike,
I-
how
I
long could
could
you
handle
last
the
with a cat? Less
Oh.
or more than me? That's all that matters here.
But well, I will say this: our time is probably equal.
Okay.
But I am a man who loves a Christmas tree. Like I have
That's
actual
true.
passion and love for a Christmas tree. I have a white Christmas tree that has been up in my house for, I think we're going on 20 plus months. Like this
Wait,
thing
it's
is
still
just,
up?
this thing is just up. It's up forever.
It's not
no
it's just
longer-
a tree.
Did you
It's-
lose
at this
the
point.
magic?
It's just there. And it was funny. I think my kids asked probably like a week ago, why is there a Christmas tree in there?
They just noticed it?
And I said, it's not a Christmas tree. And I was like, it's a summer tree. And then it will be a 4th of July tree. And then it will be whatever holiday we're coming up to.
So you've been
I love Christmas
quarantined in your
trees.
house so long, and you still haven't put your Christmas decorations away.
Not all of them.
All right, so I have the cat, so I'm dead. You guys sell the coffin. You sell the coffin and the Christmas tree. None of us get any money.
keep the
I go
cat-
in the coffin, and then the Christmas tree you can bring to my funeral.
Jason, we just got a coffin for $800. I feel like that's a good deal.
Hey, it's a smoking deal, Mike. I'm glad to be a part of it with you.
you can resell it with me in it. That's not the worst thing in the world.
for,
Me
for
and the cat.
300.
Yeah, for 300. All right, Anderson from the website. Your local the local wizard is
Oh,
back.
he's back.
It's been too long. Your local wizard has run out of storage in his magical home. He's
That
giving
seems
away.
impossible for a wizard, but
It's,
okay.
No, it is. It's possible. I've looked into that. He's giving away potions for free because of the lack of storage. He has given you 3. Or I'm sorry. He gives the 3 of you the following 3 potions.
Okay.
Turn invisible for an hour. Nah, okay, not bad. Just
All
1
right.
hour though.
Not
Be able
bad.
to selectively hear people's thoughts for 2 hours. Okay.
Okay.
And
Dangerous.
then turn into an animal of your choice
Oh.
for 3 hours.
Hmm.
Now you
Oh,
must
come on.
decide among yourselves who gets what potion and what you will do with it.
Are we all? I mean, we're all arguing to be an animal for 3 hours.
Not
right?
necessarily, because I think invisibility is close. But yes, that is the best. Now, what animal would you be? Let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eagle.
Lion. Oh, did you say a bird? That's way better. Dang it.
I'm gonna be flying. I'm an eagle. And also when you turn into a lion on your city streets, you're gonna be
I am in
shot.
trouble.
It's not gonna last long. You got 3 hours to die.
Animal control.
I'm gonna be flying.
The bird is
lion.
the. Here's the problem, though, and I didn't say anything because I couldn't think fast enough. But I think the bird's the right answer.
Yeah, it is. Eagle.
My worry
Bald
is that
eagle.
if you turn into the animal, do you get the animal's brain? Because the last thing I want to do is like turn into
No,
a bird.
you have your own
a bird,
brain.
and
You
the
don't-
bird's like, I want to eat some. I want to eat something. I
No,
wanna
you
eat
have your
something."
own brain. You are it's you, but you're just in an animal form.
Okay, yeah. Well, that one's really cool.
The only downside of turning into, say, an eagle, or I should have gone like, well, no, pterodactyls. The
That's not a
military
bird.
would be there immediately. But any kind of, if you're an eagle, the only worry at all is just that you're looking at that 3 hour time limit.
And you're
Because you don't want to run out mid-flight and be like, this is the best
I
moment
can
of
make
flight.
it. I
No!
Just one more flight.
But okay, so we all would like that. We'd all like to turn into.
Yeah.
I just
See,
don't know how
here's
to
the thing.
use invisibility for just 1 hour. Like both that and the hearing people's thoughts are incredible, but I can't pinpoint the utility of the one-time use. What's the one time in my life I need 2 hours to hear somebody's thoughts? What's the one time in my life I need to be invisible for 1 hour?
Look, I can tell you what I would do with 1 hour. And
Is that a
it's
bank
called-
heist?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you're thinking way too big. It's called a nap.
With the hour of invisibility?
You're just trying. Oh my goodness.
It's called I have to run
You're
to the
taking- Mike, do you need help?
Yeah,
I'm
Mike,
running-
this is a cry for help.
This
That's
is
what
a
this
I'm
is.
cry
running
for
to the
help.
store. I'll be right back. And then I just go
You
up to
just-
the bed and I vanish for an hour. Because
You
I'm
want a
sleeping.
1 hour nap?
I
A
want a
potion
1 hour
for
nap,
1 hour
man.
nap. I
Mike
take
needs
naps
help.
probably once or twice a week. Are you telling me that you can't take a nap
Without being invisible?
You've never been around the collective of my 3 children.
Oh,
I
Mike.
have, but I guess I've never had to completely care for them.
You ever seen Macho Man do a flying elbow off the top ropes?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Man, what can we do for you, Mike?
We
How
need to
can we
figure out-
help?
You can give me a potion that turns me invisible for an hour so I can take a nap.
He does the same thing with the animal potion. He just takes a nap as an animal for 3 hours.
I'd
He
like
just
to be
turns
a
into
cat.
A cat.
Either way, no matter what here, this is just for he's gonna, even if you get stuck with the like mind reader, he's just gonna listen for when he
Selectively.
thinks his children are like distracted. Oh, they're gone. I'm napping.
Mike wants a nap potion for 3. He wants a 1 to 3
Oh my
hour nap.
goodness. How much does that cost? I will pay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I'll
poor-
take
poor soul.
well, then Mike gets the invisibility because
Yes.
he's got
Oh,
very important
You are,
naps.
you are generous.
I
generous
answered eagle
friends.
first, so I get the animal. And Andy, you said that you think that this could be really valuable to hear people's thoughts selectively for 2 hours. That's the one I don't want. Since you already said it would be okay, then
I'll tell you what.
I'm sticking you
don't,
with that.
Don't use it around me, or you're just going to hear someone going,
I need
"Man,
some sleep.
I could really use a nap right now."
What the Spitwads don't know is that for the last 3 times we tried to record the show, Mike's used the hour to just nap in his chair because he told the family he's coming up to do the show, and he's actually just dozed off and put
It's a special 2-hour episode. Don't check on me.
Oh,
When
my
does that 2-hour episode you recorded release?
Any
Oh,
minute
that's
now.
yeah.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right,
Oh, shoot.
if I wanted to give Al some credit here, he's really tied in the animal theme throughout the show. We are drafting. We're battling once again because we can't help ourselves. We always need to fight. And right now, we're stuck in a pet store. And being stuck inside of a pet store means we have limited options. So we are going to draft items in a pet store for a battle royale. Mano y mano y mano. Pets abounding. Jason has no idea what he's going to pick.
I've got
Mike
a-
has the first pick. And
I do.
and we're kicking it off right here, right now.
Yeah. So
I've made some
about
terrible
that.
choices in these drafts in the past. I still picture myself riding around on a lawnmower going 4 miles an hour
lawnmower
trying to
was-
run you over.
Was pretty epic. All right, so it's a pet store. So we can get pets.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, if you can get it in a pet store, then you can
Okay.
use it to fight.
And I will say I know I can get this in a pet store because I bought one in a pet store before.
That's a solid
Rationale.
Solid
evidence.
argument.
Well, I don't know what's going on with pet stores these days. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am going to buy snakes.
Okay. Okay.
I will take snakes. I'm sure there's not poisonous snakes in a pet store, but
Snakes
Look,
are a nice deterrent from another person.
They're a nice deterrent. They're long. Like I feel like I could swing a snake around. If I needed
goodness.
to swing a snake,
If you needed to swing it,
if
I
you
got a
needed-
snake, man.
if you need to swing a snake, you can swing a snake. I mean, that's
Look, a lot of people are afraid of snakes. So if you had a snake flying at your face, I
Andy-
feel like that would be.
Andy, are you afraid of snakes?
I'm not a fan. I'm
What
not
about-
terrified.
What
I
about
am not.
snakes flying at your face?
Yeah, I'm scared of snakes flying at my
Well,
face, Mike.
sure.
Thank you.
Fair
Then,
enough.
the nice thing is, I am not
Most things flying at my face, to be honest, I'm
right.
pretty
A
terrified
moth,
of.
a moth flying at my face. I
Oh,
freak
those
out.
are the worst.
Here's the deal. I'm not afraid of snakes. Now, don't hear what I'm not saying. If I opened my door and a rattlesnake was on my porch, I'd be very upset. I would not like it. I would shut the door. I wouldn't be like, I'm not afraid of you. But I don't have a fear of them, especially knowing that we got these items at a pet shop. I know that it's not poisonous. I could take whatever it's going to do.
You
Shep.
know it, but in the heat of the moment, you're not going to know for sure.
Well, and if
Look-
it if it
look,
bites, it bites. It doesn't
we
mean
have
it has to be
talked-
poisonous.
We have talked about my fear of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
No, tell me
Especially-
more.
Especially big ones. Tarantulas are instant heart attack. But like scorpions are far more dangerous. They're also arachnids. Al Borland can attest. I have killed one at my house. I was not afraid of it. I don't know what it is, but I am so happy that you didn't take a tarantula because you win, or at least you beat me instantly with one item. Either one of you get them.
Sure.
I'm a heart attack. So I am going to draft a tarantula, and that's not coming into
This-
battle. It's not coming. I'm just drafting it
you're
away
just
from you
taking-
guys.
I was
I'm
going
just
to
taking
say,
it off the table. I'm going in with 3. I would rather fight with 3 items against your 4 items, so long as I know for sure
You
that
have
neither one of you have a
dismantled my
tarantula.
argument of you. Like you can't draft a tarantula because it's just going to sit in the tarantula case.
You're
and
darn
then
right.
That's what he's going to do.
In
Look,
fact, I'm going to have someone kill it.
All right.
he's going to draft and step on a tarantula.
Oh,
That's
I
what's
couldn't
going to
step on
happen.
a tarantula. That would never be able to. No, oh my gosh, I couldn't even fathom stepping on a tarantula.
Oh my goodness.
I would die.
After that whole diatribe, I thought for a second that you weren't going to take it, and I was going to quickly draft a tarantula.
I'm so happy. I
That was
took it
apparently going to be on the table.
then. All right. At least now I can stay in this fight.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a couple of picks. I'm at a pet store. I need to try to defeat you guys. And a snake was on my list,
I did not
And-
have an animal on any.
and it
any
is
animal on
gone.
my list.
It was the only animal on my list. Somehow, a snake seemed like the only
It's
thing
the
worth
only
drafting.
animal on my list too.
I wouldn't have drafted a tarantula had you not brought it up, but then I would have drafted a tarantula for sure.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go with a couple of different things here. I'm going to draft I'm going to draft a large cage.
Okay.
Okay. There are cages at pet stores, and
Yeah.
I might need it.
If you politely ask me to get in, maybe I'll fall for that great trick.
I might impolitely ask you and push you in there,
So once
and then
you've
you'll be in a
somehow
cage. So
controlled me,
once I've controlled you, yes. And then, well, look, I'll use some canned food,
that was on my list.
It's a great pick.
and
it's
so
a great. You,
there's
you
a
know
chance I
love
knock you
taking
out with it, Jason,
Is
and
there
then put you in the
batteries
cage.
in the pet store.
Mike's
Yeah.
always drafting batteries to throw at people.
I think you might actually not be able to draft batteries for once, Mike.
Honestly, I mean, canned dog food is much
Yeah.
better than batteries.
It's great.
They're bigger. I mean, that's like you can throw that thing like a baseball. You could throw that thing.
It's how you're ending up in the cage, Jason.
60 miles an hour? How can you throw a baseball?
I feel
60's
like you have
about
to-
as fast as I could throw a baseball, yeah.
But you have to throw a can like a football.
No,
I don't think you don't need a spiral on a can, Mike. You
No.
need end over end action. You need to kick it like a football.
I don't know. We need to discover this because I feel like trying to go end over end, you're not
I
going to
think
be accurate.
both methods will hurt your face.
Yes.
If they hit you in the face, yes. They
Worse
will.
than the snake. Like the snake hits me in the face. I'm like, wait, was that a snake?
The snake is mental warfare.
Got it.
It's not physical pain.
That's what the cage will be as well. Once you're
All
in
right.
it.
So I am up.
Okay.
And I'm going to draft something much better than a snake that he's whipping around because I don't care about the mental warfare of that. I'm going to draft a metal chain dog leash. Okay,
Oh,
you seen
dog
those
leash
big
was very
chain-
high on my list.
Those big
For your
chain
first
ones.
pick?
I'm basically for my first. It was going to be my first pick, but when he took snakes, I was like, someone's going to take these tarantulas, and I am screwed. So I am taking the chain dog leash. I mean, that thing. I'm whipping that around.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. That's a great pick.
Whap you in the face.
I didn't
Yeah.
think
Around your
about.
neck.
I had leash on there.
It's
I
a
didn't really
whip.
think about the chain leash. That's for like the dogs that are chained up. You know,
Yeah,
in the
those are guard
junkyard.
dogs.
The junkyard dogs.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, you're back on the clock.
It's a very solid pick. It would have been my next pick. That is for sure.
Can you fight a snake with a chain? Like, is that a pretty good?
Sure.
I'd
I'd rather fight with the chain than with my fists. I mean, I'd rather stay at a distance. But here's what
Come
I know.
at me,
Here's what
snake.
I know. Let's say Mike is.
Fisticuffs.
Let's say Mike's swinging his snake around, and I'm swinging my chain
That's
around,
true.
and they hit each other.
Yeah.
Well, that snake's snapping in half,
Yeah,
and my
that's
chain's
true.
coming after you.
Okay. All right. It's not poisonous though. Not a poisonous chain.
Or snake.
Or snake. Mike has 2 picks.
All right.
2 amazing picks
So-
on the way.
So I hope you guys can understand the what I am drafting if you've
I have-
seen it.
I doubt it.
But I'm going to take I will take a pooper scooper rake.
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean that wasn't too hard to understand. That was easier
Yeah.
than the
Those
free
are
throw
pretty.
rules.
Those are pretty common. I know the free throw rules are hard, but yeah, I mean we've
Yeah,
all
you-
seen a
you just
a
said
free
the
Free
throw
throw rules
rake.
are hard for a 4th grader, man.
You're
Take it
taking-
easy.
you're
First of all,
taking
you said
a-
5th grader before,
Yeah,
and a first grader. Anybody who's watched
Did you
one,
play basketball
one game
in
of
2nd
basketball,
grade?
did you ever watch a game of basketball before you played it, Mike?
Did you get to
I'm sure I
practice?
did.
Did they hold a practice
We didn't
before
do
the
free
game?
throws in practice. We did layups.
All right, we're back here to pooper scooper
yes,
rake, which is a
you
very
gotta m-
descriptive term, and we
Which
understand it.
is a descriptive term for a 3-foot rake. You got a mini rake.
Yeah, no.
But you're in a
I
pet
understand.
store, so you can't
I-
draft
yeah.
a full rake. You
I
know.
like you're disparaging my attack weapon when I actually have a weapon.
Yeah, I mean,
All
it's
right.
not going to hurt that
I
bad.
mean, my chain is at least 6 feet, so come at me.
All right.
All right.
Pooper scooper rake to go with your snakes.
Yeah, I got snakes.
You're
All
ready
right.
for battle.
I'm torn here.
I really,
I have a couple picks,
I have one that I really want that I hope you
But-
don't take.
but we're in a pet shop. I feel bad about it because I love my animal brethren, but I know that people are also scared of this animal, so I will take rats.
So you're going to
Rats
unleash
is
some.
I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you with an army of snakes and rats and nightmares.
Now, here's
So
the
if
thing.
you can get about a foot off the ground, you're safe from Mike's warfare.
Yes, and also,
You ever watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade?
Just
You
to be
seen
clear,
those rats?
you don't get a fleet of rats, right? You're not getting 20 rakes, are you? You just drafted a rat.
But I get rats. There's multiple rats in the in the
Okay,
pet
I'll give
shop.
you 2. I'll give you 2 rats.
Oh no, I get at least 5.
That's fine. I will step on them.
Okay. So
all right.
You will not.
All
If
right,
we're
so
in a
it's back
battle to the
Jason.
death, you're darn right I'm going to step on them.
Let me
I'm
ask you a
270 pounds of rat squash.
Hold on. I need to ask a question because we're
guys
we're
can
more than
deal with
halfway
your-
through the draft.
Your Black Plague.
And Jason, are you any closer to using the tarantula for
No.
a weapon
Never.
than you were at the beginning of this draft?
Never. The only way I would ever use it is if you guys could find a way to draft something that makes me need to take an easy way out, and then I would go and take the tarantula heart attack.
Well, I want to get you in the cage. We'll use that tarantula, Jason.
Oh no! I've
All right,
already had it killed.
you're back on the clock.
All right, well, this is great. This was gonna. I got my first and second pick here, and we're in the second and third round.
All right.
I am taking a 3-foot, one of those super long dog bones. You know those for those massive
swinging
There
dogs.
is no such thing as a 3-foot
No,
dog.
there
I
are,
buy them.
There
I
are
buy them.
3-foot dog bones.
I personally buy them. I know there are. If you go
And
to
it's
Christmas,
great to picture you throwing that thing around.
A
oh, I'm not throwing it. That's a
dog bone.
It's a baseball bat, man. I am.
You're
taking
talking
this
about
thing
one
as
of those like things that almost it's not even like a bone itself.
It's a
more of like
rawhide.
rawhide.
Created. It's got like 2 balls at the end, and I buy them all the time.
Erroneous 3 feet.
Oh no! I'm telling you. Think about this, Mike.
I'm
Do you
telling
remember,
you don't know what 3 feet looks like.
Do you remember the Christmas season? Have you ever been to a pet shop at a Christmas season?
Yes.
They changed them from the normal bone shape to a candy cane shape, and they're gigantic. They're dog Christmas treats. They're 3 feet minimum, maybe 4 feet, and they're huge, massive bones. We bring them in, and it's so funny to watch like our dogs have them in their mouth and carry it because they can barely lift the thing. I buy these. I'm telling you, I'm coming at you with a 3-foot baseball bat bone.
Well, the only thing I can find, let's see, but I find 3-foot ultra light dog bone.
We'll give you a.
That doesn't sound very.
Will you accept a huge dog bone as your
Yes,
as your entry,
100%,
Jason?
because dog bone was on my list. Dog bone is definitely a great
I will accept a
attack
huge
weapon.
3-foot dog bone.
There are it's a 3-foot dog bone, which I did look for a huge dog bone, and it came up as a 3-foot dog bone, Mike. So
We
you,
have- All
we
right.
have proof.
They're out there. I've bought them many times.
So
in
Mike
a store.
Mike so far has snakes, a pooper scooper rake,
And rats.
and rats. Jason has a tarantula.
You guys
that's
are definitely overselling how you are not afraid of rats.
okay. All right.
I would be afraid of rats at my house. If I was laying in bed and a rat came across the room,
Rats
I
are
would be
big.
terrified.
We
I would
used
be
to have
terrified.
rats. I had pet
I'm not
rats
saying
for a
I would
while.
not be afraid of rats. I would absolutely. You're right. I would be terrified of rats. But if I'm in an arena and we are here to battle to the death, and I'm prepared to fight and kill or be killed, and these rats are coming at me,
Sure.
I will kill, and I am confident I will win that fight. Now, if
could
it's
kill
like
a rat.
100 rats, okay, then I'm dead.
Did you know that while the rats are attacking you, I am also attacking you with my pooper scooper?
with his pooper scooper rake.
I will
Extra
rake your eyes out.
bacteria.
Okay. Jason, so Mike has snakes, pooper scooper rake, and rats. Jason has tarantulas that have been cast to the side, a chain leash, and a
Yes,
huge dog bone.
Can the record show these are caged tarantulas?
Caged tarantulas. I have a large cage in and of itself. Some canned food to throw, and I've got to finish out my draft right here.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm gonna blind you guys
Oh.
because I'm throwing cat litter in your face.
Oh, excellent.
I'm taking
It's just,
some cat
that's
litter.
just like dirt. That's a great pick.
I'm gonna blind you. And
Yeah.
that's right. Take that.
I saw
No,
that on
that's great.
Bloodsport. Bloodsport when
yeah,
he
plus,
takes
that's
the.
exactly what I was thinking of.
I'm 100% sure it was cat litter.
It was definitely cat litter. And this last pick it's going a little deeper, but it's a dog toy, and I'm taking a tennis ball bazooka because they make
Oh, wait, what?
they make those to shoot
A tennis ball-
balls. A
Hold
tennis
on.
ball bazooka.
Now, are
baby.
these just like a little air pump? Like you pump it and it shoots it out like a.
It shoots the ball out for the dog to go get, but I'm going to shoot it at your face.
Okay. But now,
I-
to be clear, what you're shooting at my face is a tennis ball.
At a high rate of speed, Jason. That is
Hold
correct.
on. What's the miles per hour we get out of this bad dog?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
at
it's a
least
bazooka.
5.
You get bazooka miles per hour. That's an official measurement. It's bazooka. It's a bazooka.
I would have to disagree with you, Jason. Bazooka miles per hour to the face is not going to be okay with a tennis ball.
I mean, a lot of things are hitting people in the face. Snakes and
Hey, that's
Rats.
tennis
That's-
balls.
It says if you pull the lever all the way back, it'll launch about 50 feet. I don't know what the velocity is, but
well, you're
got
only
some
going to be
range.
2 feet away when I fire this. So.
point
At
blank.
close range, that's going to be
At
that's
close
gonna be a
range, that
problem.
would hurt. At a
Yeah.
distance, I'll be able to dodge, but at close range, that would hurt. And honestly, that's a very clever pick. I had not seen it or thought about it, and kudos. I think that's,
All right.
I
I also
like
need
that
to
pick.
purchase one of these for my dog so I
Yeah.
can launch.
And I need to
launch tennis balls.
purchase one for my children so I can launch it at them, teach them a lesson. All right, so am I on the
Yeah,
clock?
you got your last pick, Jay.
All right. I got a couple different ones here. But I think I'm going to go eventually you got to go for that final kill. You know, I knock you out with the dog bone, I whip you around or
Okay.
tie you up with the leash. The tarantulas are keeping me safe. And
They're just hanging out.
they're just hanging out
They're watching.
far, far away. But once I've got you a little incapacitated,
All right.
I don't know if you have seen these. There are safety versions and non-safety versions. I will
A
definitely not be
guillotine.
taking the
This
safety
is not
version.
going well.
But the
Safety
super
versions.
no. I'm just saying the ones that we have bought are very not safe. They are as dangerous as any tool you'd get at Home Depot. They are large breed dog nail clippers, and they're basically like little shears. They're just
Yeah, those, I see. So you're gonna
Wait.
chop us
It's-
up with these?
I'm
but
gonna
it's
slice
a
your
nail
neck.
clipper.
So the opening of the hole is only
No,
probably about an inch
They
and a
look
half,
like
2 inches.
like a garden tool.
Yeah,
but
it looks like a garden shear.
So you're giving me
I'm
a
not
bunch
sure-
of pinches.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
Oh,
getting
it
through-
won't be pinches. Trust me. These things are so sharp. It is terrifying. I get these things anywhere near your
All
skin,
right.
and it is a gash, and you don't want that gash on your neck, Mike.
Okay. All right. All right. That's fair. Let's see. So I got snakes. I got a pooper.
I got a
scooper.
snake, man.
Got a snake, man. I got a pooper scooper rake. I got some rats.
Mike's saying reading that list with a little bit of different inflection in his voice, like not pure confidence in this battle.
Well, honestly, it all comes down to the imagination of the voter. How many
That's
of
true.
these animals do I get? Because if it's 2 rats, that's not a problem. If I get 20 rats, that's a big problem if I'm going 1v1 here. I am going to select
Now,
aquariums. I will take
was on my-
aquariums.
it was on my list.
Just
That
that
I will-
just an
Just to
empty-
drop it
empty
and have
aquarium?
shards of glass.
This is
Oh,
this is
okay.
a glass aquarium that I will be throwing at people.
You're throwing
Okay.
the aquarium. Now, I think that's a mistake, Mike. I think what you want to take...
I can do both. I can smash one, and I can get a giant shard of glass and come
Be
at
careful
you,
though. Be
prison
careful when you
style.
Because if you throw it at me, it's going to hit me unbroken and break on the ground. And then I'm picking up the glass, and I'm coming after you with your own weapon. If you drop this
Possibly.
thing at your feet...
Yeah, but
You can
here's
grab-
what you are leaving out, that you bending down, bringing your face anywhere close to the ground, is just
The
now
rats
you
are
are
just gonna
now
jump
you're in
in
my
my
army
face.
of snakes and rats.
except for they're all dead because the aquarium squished them all.
Yeah,
That
they're
is
on the
also
ground.
possible.
I did have aquarium on my list. That was
Okay.
I also had a shock collar.
Oh,
Some kind of
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I would just run and put it on you and make
Oh
a bark sound.
Yeah. I'm very vulnerable to somebody putting a collar on me in the middle of a battle.
No, I'm not putting it on you like hold still, I'm going to put this on your neck. I'm saying I run by and I just hit you with it. You know what I mean? Like just like a punch.
a
But then
little zap.
when
like
I
a
hit you with it, I go,
taser?
roof. Yeah, like a taser. I basically have a taser. I just go,
Oh, but then
bark,
you
bark.
bark. You bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the heck?
No
Ow,
wonder
what?"
you didn't draft.
I did not draft it because they're made to not hurt. You know, they're not trying to kill the dog. They're just giving him a little buzz, so you'd be like, "Ow, that kind of hurt," and then you'd attack me with your aquarium shard. So I did
thought
not
about-
draft that.
I almost drafted literally some of those like grow lights for an aquarium that are so blindingly bright. I figured, but I'd
all right.
already blinded you with the cat litter, so I didn't need to double blind you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What-
that's-
I mean, a heat
Great
lamp.
point.
Heat lamp. Get it
Oh
all
yeah,
hot.
those get hot.
Then
Those
just
get really hot.
You can just scar
You can really
us.
get a nice tan.
Give us a real good burn
A
on
nice-
about a 3-inch section
Mike.
of our body.
Mike, could you put your hand under this lamp for an hour? I'm going to burn the heck out of you. All right, final team. Al, why don't you read our final rosters off for the Spitwads?
All right, Mike's got snakes, pooper scooper rake, rats, and aquariums. Jason has caged tarantulas, chain leash, huge 3-foot dog bone, and large breed dog nail clippers. Andy has a large cage, canned food, cat litter, and a tennis ball bazooka.
All right. Hey, the tennis ball bazookas, that's a late round good
Steal?
pick. I like
That's
that.
a steal.
because
It's a great pick unless Jason actually has a huge 3-foot dog bone bat.
Ooh.
yeah, it's
'Cause
coming
you're
right
just-
back at you.
Jason's just playing a game of baseball.
Oh,
just
he can't.
to play
He couldn't
devil's
hit that
advocate
ball.
here, the bazooka 9, as it's listed as, gets terrible reviews, and functionality may or may not be good.
That's not. You've really ruined this draft now, Al.
Enjoy your jam. You know what he didn't draft? Tennis balls. So
It does come with 2.
Yeah. all right.
Oh,
He
all
comes
right.
with
You got 2 shots.
I only need 2 shots. Jason can't swing that bone like a
You
bat.
only need 2 shots until my metal chain whaps you in the face and you go night-night.
All right, let's figure out what we learned.
What did we learn today?
I'm claiming it before anybody else. I learned, and this is the first time that I've known this, that the ocean produces carbonation as the waves crest onto the shore.
Mm-hmm.
It's an excellent thing to learn. I learned today that I really, when I'm buried, I want the deluxe version, man. I want the Wi-Fi. I
Yeah.
want the Bluetooth. I want the speakers. I want everything going on.
Mike
in
just
that
wants a
coffin.
nap. He wants a
Yeah.
nap. If it's in a coffin,
I
it's in a
also
coffin.
want
I
a
don't care.
1-hour nap.
I learned that Mike needs invisibility in order to take a nap in his
Oh,
home.
no, help. All right. That is it for the Spitballers this week. Thanks for tuning in, supporting the show. Instagram.com/SpitballersPod. Check it out. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.